sons. Bag them off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Play 56. I got you. 46. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Elliott. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 26 yards. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Kamara. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20 and down to the 19-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cowboys' 11-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Kamara. And running room time scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara, try to run for it. Breaks through, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 11 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Prescott looks to throw on first. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. A throw over the middle taken in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Prescott now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run. This is Kamara. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter. And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns. And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it. That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught by Cobb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Prescott now from the 50. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 50 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Mike, 56, right there. Here we go, 46. Let's get that 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is caught for the 2 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people are starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Ready, 5-9. Mike, 54. Go. Go. Shit. Wow. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Kamara try the right side. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Ready.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Breeze now to throw. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Stay with your man. 47. Mike, spot 4. Mike, spot 4. I got you, boy. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. That's complete to Cobb.
Here we go.
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Prescott now 6 of 10 of this 1st down. He's got his guys a 1st down here. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's get this. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Go. 47. Watch the cut. 26.
Prescott yet again. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A gain of
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Come on, now, come on, now.
Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Running with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a 1st with 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he is going to have the 1st down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
1st down, New Orleans.
Yellow lady. Right there in the middle, 55. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Breeze. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And he finds Cook. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Sammy.
On 1st down, Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Kamara. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Breeze now. That's caught. It's Thomas. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And that's Elliott, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the red zone now, Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Breeze now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. This is caught. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Roy.
Shotgun now for Breeze. It's caught. Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
That's it. Check 13. Check 13. Watch twist. Watch twist.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Ready? Ready? Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. On the ground, this is Kamara. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now the 2nd down throw on target. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Check, 55. Kill. Check.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Kill. Go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A give to Kamara running right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
On the double. Watching you find. Rip right, rip right.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill taking it in. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Saints 27, Cowboys 20.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42.
We got to step it up. Here we go, 46. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
There we go, kill. 56, hustle.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
56 is the mic. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott going up top. And no, it's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start him up again. So I think he may want to keep him cranking high right here.
Again, it's Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On the ground, Kamara. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Ready. Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. 54. Here we go, team.
Trying the left side with Kamara. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Hey, kill.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott trying to lay one up deep. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Fourth down, Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Intended that time for Cooper. Both defenses have had the
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the discern. I'ma leave it on the side. You wanna Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. We're going to 53. All right, 80. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Here we go, 47. 56 to Mike. Hayward. Check 56. Defense wins championships, baby. 26.
Prescott on first down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
That's what I'm talking about.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. Now Prescott.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To throw again on second down. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing, Prescott. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 180.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's got room. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 44 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. On second down now. It's Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal.
Safety's creeping. Kill, kill, kill.
He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Here we go. Let's bring it. Here we go. Kill. Let's bring it. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Watch it.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 91 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. 10th carry now for Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. Prescott now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
They're not ready for this. Here we go, 46.
To throw is Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Prescott, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 31 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Prescott now.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Here's Coleman. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Elliott, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? Here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and now it's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That one complete to Elliott. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The decision to go for it on 4th has worked out twice on this drive already. Here we go again on 4th down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nick Bosa. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here we go.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Garoppolo looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. On third down, here's Coleman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Here we go.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run with Coleman on first down. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Coleman. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Here we go.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now we give right side Coleman. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Coleman now. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. He'll run it, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, it's Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They will run again with Coleman. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Garoppolo now. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A fourth down gamble turns into a fourth down scramble, but all is well. First down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Coleman, and across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Looking to throw. Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now Prescott. Oh, he's looking long for Witten. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. To the air again, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Throwing, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
They'll run on first down. Coleman, he spins free. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, it's Coleman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Running left, Coleman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 54 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, Prescott again. It's caught, Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Prescott to throw it. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. First down, Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, that's complete to Cobb. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Prescott from the gun on third. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Now Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll come out in the pistol. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on second and goal. Prescott now. Incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But now it's third and goal. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about it.
And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Cowboys get a bit closer. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. And again, it's Prescott. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 22. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff, Coleman, right side. Powering his way forward. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman. 28 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Niners 42, Cowboys 12.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Come on.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. Room here to run. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Caught by Cobb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA